Yo, what's good, YouTube? This is Jake from TNJ, and welcome back to the Rivercats Dynasty here on NCAA Football 14. And we are back for your favorite recruiting episode where you guys get to submit your recruits. And here in this episode, we will finish the season. But first, make sure to get your submissions in. Remember, if you are in the series, you won't be picked again until your guy graduates. It is random, so just keep that in mind. Make sure to have a good backstory as well. Now, a lot of you guys ask about recruiting restrictions. Here they are across the screen. Feel free to hit pause, but let's just go over them really quick. First two are pretty self-explanatory. No JUCOs, no recruits beyond the current or neighboring states. But now the next two rules are interesting. I introduced a new rule, and it's called specialty recruiting. So our offensive coordinator is a former running back. Our defensive coordinator is a cornerback. So that means they can start recruiting 2 stars at that position, respectively. But everybody else has to be at least 1 star below. So once I get to a 2-star school, I still have the same restrictions as right now: 2-star running back, 2-star cornerback, 1-star everything else. But once I get to 3-star prestige, I can start recruiting a 3-star running back, a 3-star cornerback, and then for the rest of the positions, I can recruit 2 stars or below. So the same applies as I go on to 4-star, 5-star, and 6-star prestiges, but I bet by that time I'm going to have new coordinators. So the positions will always change depending on who the offensive and defensive coordinators are. So just keep that in mind. And that's how I will handle recruits that are not custom recruits. I'm pretty good at creating custom recruits now. I kind of have a gauge of, what star I'm creating at the time. So I'm pretty good with that. But then I have also, which I did not include on that rule sheet, are the preferred walk-ons. Preferred walk-ons are computer-generated recruits. So anybody that's not a custom recruit is considered a walk-on, and they will get a 3-point reduction at their position. So say, for example, this guy right here, Cedric Barnes, he will probably get a 3-point reduction in tackling, pursuit, and coverage. So all 3 of those, he will not get a reduction in his athletic skills. So like, for example, guard, he will get a 3-point reduction in pass blocking, run blocking, and impact. So that run blocker right there is 73. It will go down to 70. So that's how I will play the walk-ons, and then those guys will be renamed to some of your guys. So make sure you guys get your submissions in. Now, these are at the top of this list. These are some of the computer-generated guys. These will be walk-ons. For the first time ever in my dynasties at all, I've actually successfully recruited every single custom recruit, except for the last one. This guy, Brian Parish. Now, I'm going to introduce you to the Parish family out of Moline, Illinois. 6 brothers total. Some of them are really, really good. Some of them are just average. Brian is the oldest of the Parish brothers. Now, he is a fullback, 6'2", 243. He is a awesome guy. I think he will have an instant impact on this offense, and here's why. We're changing the offense going into year 2. It's going to be random, but now that we have a year under our belt and we have a roster that we've at least started to build, now I can get a gauge of what type of team we are going to be. Now, next year we will get to run the ball. So I'm going to recruit 2 fullbacks along with Parish. I got Pat Bailey there. Hopefully he does commit. The one thing about recruiting 1-stars in your dynasties is that you don't have much competition until the end of the season because nobody's going after 1-stars right away. But then we have a kicker here who is interesting, Ryan Pickens. Now, I need kicker. Need it, because I'm missing extra points, and it's not even fun, to be honest. Like, I'm literally missing extra points when the meter is perfect. Normally things that you wouldn't even think about, and I'm kind of, you just take that stuff for granted. I can't even make it extra point. So enough of recruiting. Let's talk about the games here in this episode. We will go up against Western Michigan. Will we get 1 win this season? Western Michigan is our greatest chance. They are second to last in our division. Remember, we have 2 divisions, the MAC American and the MAC National. Metropolis is up on the American and the National. It is Missouri Tech, our direct rivals. They have 1 loss on the season. and they are a top 10 ranked school. So looking at Western Michigan, they do have Williams at running back. He's closing in on a 1,000-yard season here in his senior year. And looking at the rest of their team, not too bad, not too good either. I mean, I don't see anybody that's really going to kill us here. They even have a starting receiver here at 66 overall. So this is a winnable game. And let's just see if our defense can show up. We have not been able to stop anybody this year. So I am looking forward to our last 2 games here on the road. This one at Western Michigan. So let's get this game underway as Bill Mary will send us off. And here we go. We start out on defense as here is Mackey back to receive the opening kickoff. And he maneuvers to the inside part and he gets to the middle of the field and he picks up a gain of 18. As now here comes this offense. Let's see if we can stop Brooks at quarterback. He is their impact player. First throw is Bird, the 66 overall freshman receiver, 5'9". He picks up a gain of 19 and a first down. So here's a handoff. This time Williams throws a stiff arm, and he does get free, but gets tackled from behind by Ruming, gain of 15 and a first down. So here is Brooks, handoff, Williams hurdles and then stiff arms. Are you kidding me? Gain of 8 yards. Even when there's a broken play like that, they still get positive yardage. So another handoff. This time Williams runs over Javon Warren. That's actually Leon Christopher on the end that time. And that is the first down as now they get it to about the 6. Here's a jet sweep. Handoff. Williams. Bronald Williams. He's in. Touchdown. In Western Michigan, the Broncos take the 7-point lead as out comes their offense really banged up. Deion Carter is out for 1 week. Jonathan Halka will return next week as well, but a surprise injury in practice. Adrian West actually tears his pectoral, and that is going to effectively end his freshman season as the captain of our offense. A big blow, but I'd rather have him healthy going into next season, so I'm glad that he is sitting out and getting healthy. So here we go, starting out on offense, the first pass across the middle, and that is going to be dropped by our man Tyree. And I'm going to be looking at Malcolm Tyree. Let's see what he can do filling in for Adrian West on the outside. So here is Lee, a quick throw to the right side. It is Joshua Paramore, gain of 7, but that's a stop on third down, but we're a winless team. We're going to go for this. I mean, we have literally nothing to lose. Here's Lee. He takes it up the middle, and he does slide down, gain of 14 yards, and it's a first down there for the young quarterback. So 1st and 10 this time. This time it's Colin Quaid, who has got to start the last couple of games, and take a look. Gain of 13. Is that our longest run of the year? I think it might be. So now we're inside of, I guess it should be field goal range, but not for our kicker. That's a slant to the left side. Andre Booker's got it for a gain of 10. I really like what Andre Booker does for this offense. So here is Lee, quick throw to left side. It's going to be caught by Rondé Floyd, who's a cornerback on our roster. He gets in at receiver that time. And now we get it to goal to go. Here on a 2nd and goal after losing a couple yards on first. That is a scramble and a touchdown. That's Davis Lee. You know he can hurt you with his legs. I am still evaluating the quarterback position going into next season. I do love what Davis Lee does, but I do still want to see what Phoenix Frazier can do. I think he was given kind of the short end of the stick. I mean, we were just a bad team. He threw a lot of interceptions, but, you know, his arm strength had a lot to do with that. Here's a throw to left side. It's picked off. Javon Warren, the captain of the defense. He comes up with the turnover. And look at Javon Warren. He was diagnosing this the whole way. From the quarterback's perspective, that guy was wide open, and Javon Warren made a play. And now we will take back over with a chance to take the lead. So here's a play-action fake to start out the next drive. Davis Lee throws to left side. He's got Malcolm Tyree on the sideline, gain of 10 yards and a first down. Lee looks good throwing the ball early. So here on a 2nd and 7, Lee swallowed up, and the pass rush gets to us. We didn't have enough time to get rid of that one, and that's a big loss, as that brings us to a 3rd and long, 3rd and 16 to be exact. Davis Lee stops, throws, and it's caught by Tyree, who spins again, and look at him. He's still on his feet. tackled at the 1, 35 yards. Look at the strength, and this is why I had him at tight end. He filled in for Isaiah Ford when he was hurt, and now he's back at receiver as we have it at the 1. Handoff, Colin Quaid, touchdown. There we go. And that is going to be our first lead of this game. And now 12-7. We're going to go for 2 because our field goal kicker did miss a extra point earlier. As here's Davis Lee. He throws. Caught. Andre Booker. And there we go. 14-7. Uh-oh. We could be in for our first win. Let's see if we can finish this out. So here is Williams starting out the next drive. He runs up the middle, gain of 15. We got to come up with another stop here on defense. So here is Ronald Williams, who did catch the touchdown pass earlier. Rollin Williams, not Ronald, Rollin Williams, and he picks up the first down. So here, 1st and 10, screen pass, and that's a nice play by Kyron Favors, at least just getting in the way that time, and it's incomplete, bringing it to a 3rd and 10. Quick throw, that's Williams again, and he will pick up enough for the first down. Man, we saw that coming and didn't even react in time. And now they eventually get it inside the 10-yard line. Here is Brooks from the shotgun. He's going to move around a little bit and try to scramble, but he gets sacked. And that is Xavier Phillips, who started out fast and kind of went cold over the last 6 games or so. And now they get it to a 3rd and goal. Brooks from the pocket. Where is the pass rush? He gets rid of it to the right side and finds Brandon Wade. Touchdown. That's a backbreaker. We had him on the 3rd and goal, or 3rd down and long twice, and that time they get into the end zone. And now here we go back on an offense just trying to run the ball, and Colin Quaid gets hit hard, loss of 2 yards, and that brings it to a eventual 3rd and 12. Here's Lee. He scrambles to the right side, and you know that is his opposite way of scrambling on that one. He tries his best, but it's thrown out of bounds. And now here we are back out on defense. As here's Brooks out on at the shotgun position. Throw, and that's caught. Craig Bird. That was a 2nd and 18, and they got 20 yards. They needed it. And now here they are inside the 20. Handoff, Williams, open lane to the end zone. He walks in untouched. It's a touchdown. And now Western Michigan takes the 7-point lead as we wind down this clock inside of 3 minutes left here in the first half. So here is Davis Lee this time. He's going to scramble to left side, buying some time. Nobody to throw it to, and he just runs out of bounds. That is a gain of 3. And that eventually brings us to a 3rd and 7 this time. Davis Lee, he's scrambling out to the right again. Let's see if he can make a man miss. He does, but he gets tackled from behind. Gain of 1. And now 4th and 6. We're down by 7. I mean, we might as well. Quick throw, right side. Andre Booker's got it, 8 yards. First down for your Rivercats. So now we're past the 50-yard line from the shotgun. Davis Lee throws. It's Jeremiah Harris. He's got room. He's got speed, and it's a touchdown. 46 yards for the backup tight end. He is a junior as well, one of our leaders, one of the veteran guys on this team. He will be back next year for his senior season, as long as he doesn't transfer. I doubt he will do that. But here we go back out on defense, 21-21, and there is a throw out to left side, and that's Rollin Williams, and he gets it for a big gain and a first down past the 50. So here's another throw to left side. Williams again, 8 yards. He's been busy in this one. He's got 6 catches for 55 yards. So Brooks now from the shotgun. He's going to get hit on a throw. He finds McKenzie to the right side, who throws a stiff arm and gets tackled from behind by Ru Ming. And now they're inside the 10 for a goal situation to go. And now 50 seconds left here in the first half. Handoff, Williams tackled in the backfield. Wyatt King is there. Nice one-on-one tackle. And now 3rd and goal. Brooks, this time, looks like some pressure. He throws it away. And there we go. We get them to settle for 3. And that's how this one goes into halftime. 24-21 after the field goal. So here is Davis Lee here to start out the second half. The pressure is right there, and he just will throw this one away. Good thing there was a receiver in the area. Otherwise, that would have definitely been grounding. So 2nd and 10 handoff. Colin Quaid, he can't get loose, but it's a gain of 2. And that brings it to a 3rd and 8. Three wide receivers to the left side. Lee throws wide open. It's Joshua Paramore, and he drops it on the sideline. And now 4th and 8. I mean, honestly, we cannot stop their offense. And now down by 3 points, we're just going to go for it. Here's Lee. He can't get away. He gets stopped in the backfield. Sacked on the play. Loss of 13 yards. And now Western Michigan is set up. Maybe that was a bad decision. And now they have it at about the 8-yard line. Handoff Williams. First play. Touchdown. He walks in 9 yards. And now they have the 10-point lead. And here we go to start the third quarter. We have what it takes to win this game. Let's see if we can come back now, as here is Lee running the option to the right side. He pitches it to Joshua Paramore. That's a gain of 11. Davis Lee showing some heart that time. And now we eventually get it to the 43. Here for a 3rd and 10. Quick throw. Colin Quaid out of the backfield. He makes a move and gets to about the 48-yard line on the opposite side of the 50, and he doesn't get there. So now 4th and inches. Western Michigan sends the pressure. We throw across the middle. It's Malcolm Tyree. He drops it. Are you kidding me? If there was one shining moment he could have had in this game, it was to convert on that 4th down. And now Western Michigan gets the ball back. With a 10-point lead, we are just shooting ourselves in the foot. So here is Williams. First play. He walks in. Touchdown. 36 yards. Western Michigan is now up by 3 scores. We were just in the lead in the first half. And now we're down by 17, as here is Kyron Favors back to receive the next kickoff. He gets hit hard, and he puts it on the turf. It's picked up. Landrum. It's a touchdown. And when it rains, it pours. It's now a 24-point deficit, and they are not going to look back in this one. 44-21 as we fast forward into the fourth quarter now. 5 minutes left. That one escalated quickly, and now we are down by 4 scores. As here's Colin Quaid just trying to run the ball. He's been doing pretty good. I got to say our offensive line isn't the greatest, obviously, so I want to give him a fair look. Here's a throw to the right side. Andre Booker has it in his hands, knocked away. Davis Lee at least hasn't thrown an interception in this game, and that brings it to a 4th and 13. Lee has to get rid of it. He gets hit on a throw, and it's picked off. Speaking of the interception, there it is. He throws his first one of the game. He gets smacked on that one, just straight sandwiched. And that's how this game ends. 21-52 ends up being the final score, as Davis Lee did have a decent game, but Western Michigan put it on us in the second half. I mean, they had a couple of stops. We had a couple of drop passes that came up, end up being really, really huge, and we lost. I mean, those are the type of plays. That's how close these games are from just between wins and losses, especially versus these lower-ranked teams like Western Michigan and Bowling Green. I mean, you just got to take advantage of these opportunities. They don't come around too often, and Malcolm Tyree just dropping that pass, I mean, it's just moments like that. It just makes you scratch your head, and it makes you think about their spot going into next season. So now we go up against Ball State, and our conference is so good right now that even Ball State, a team that really is never good at football, they're in the top 25 because of the competition in our conference and how loaded our conference is. Now everybody is doing their thing. So let's get into quick highlights of this game. There will not be full game highlights like other games, but we will cover it really quick. Let's start out in the first quarter. Here's a throw. Davis Lee to left side. It's picked off by Beard, and already it's a snow game, and Ball State at home. They are a top 25 team for a reason. They have an elite defense, and there is an interception. And now we fast forward to the second quarter. Here is Harris at quarterback. He's going to hand off to George, number 47, who breaks a tackle, and he's loose down the right sideline. This is the game they want to play. They want to run the ball. It's a touchdown, and now they are up 27-0 here. As we look back at offense for us, here is Lee trying to get rid of it, and he gets hit hard. Fumble, scoop and score, touchdown, and you can just see this game has just escalated quickly. 34-0 here in the second quarter. Davis Lee can't move the ball in offense. Our defense can't stop a nosebleed. And let's just fast forward on to the fourth quarter. Yes, you see that right. It's 75-0. as Phoenix Frazier checks in now in the fourth quarter. Here's a throw across the middle, and that's Jonathan Halka, who decided to play his last game of the season after missing the last 4 games. And now we get it to a 1st and goal inside the 5. Andre Booker's got it. Touchdown, 4 yards out. And there is Phoenix Frazier coming in the game, and I like what he can do. Don't sleep on him come next year. There is going to be a quarterback battle, and it's going to be between those two unless there is another recruit in the offseason that comes along. But right now, it's just those two. So now let's look at the garbage time here in the fourth quarter. Jeremiah Harris gets loose. He's had a pretty good season as the backup tight end. That's a gain of 29. There's now a minute and a half left in this game. Throw to the left side. Harris again. He's got it for a 1st down. Davis Lee does check back in. As we get it to a 3rd and inches, Lee scrambles to the right side. He's got blocking and makes it up the middle, and he gets tackled for a gain of 12. And now under a minute left. Let's just see if we can put some last points on the board, and maybe that will be our lasting memory here as we throw to left side. Jonathan Halka, who comes back from injury, gets a touchdown pass from his roommate, and that is a 3-interception game for Davis Lee, but at least he slings a touchdown. And that's how this one ends, 78-14. Not a pretty outing, but we do play in the snow for the first time this season, and we end up getting destroyed by way of Ball State. And this was not a good trip to Indiana, but that's the season. That's how it ends, 0-12. And it has not been pretty at all. Everybody's position is pretty much up for grabs, I would say, with the exception of maybe Javon Warren, Leon Christopher at defensive end, and I would say also Adrian West. I think those 3 guys have their spot locked down. Every other spot, maybe Isaiah Ford at tight end, is pretty solidified as well. But everybody else, I'd say, is kind of looking over their shoulder next year because we definitely need to improve. And that's what our that's what our team starts out looking like here in this dynasty, 0-12. It's going to be a rebuild, a true rebuild, more than the Whitetails rebuild. I would say this is going to be way harder because we're starting out already in a tough conference. But the one thing that we have to look forward to is the offseason, getting better in recruiting, training, just changing up the offense, which I will highlight kind of next video, which will be kind of a season 1 recap. And then in the offseason, we'll talk about the influence that Bam Cameron will have on this offense. And let's just hop into the recap next episode. I'll see you there. Make sure you get your submissions in with your recruit. So hit subscribe, hit that like button. Stay tuned. Let's get it. Let's go.
I've been working hard for a minute. The ones who don't deserve it seem to be the ones that get it. The ones who speak the truth never get the recognition, but the ones that act foolish seem to get all the attention. It don't matter though. Yeah. Hey, it don't even matter though. No. Hey, it don't even matter.